Just like Tony Stark, I too am gifted with knowledge. Unfortunately, my knowledge is useless. Instead of being able to fight Thanos, my abilities allow me to talk about the best way to build a bridge between London and New York. Anyway, the main challenge of this video is to build over as little ocean water as possible. Anyway, we have to pick a starting point, and the best place for this is the city of Thurso in Scotland. This city is at the very north of the country, and is connected to the rest of the land and London, therefore provides a strong starting point for our bridge. From here, Thurso, all the way to the Faroe Islands, and specifically the city of Thorshavn. But before we get there, we'll make a stop at the southernmost city called Sumba, which is about 220 miles away. Then from here, it's just 30 miles to get to Thorshavn, and that allows us to connect to the road system in Faroe Islands, in total about 250 miles. The North Atlantic in this part is prone to storms and bad weather, and the depth of the ocean can go up to around a kilometer. However, a possible bridge that we can, study from is the Øresund Bridge that connects Denmark and Sweden, which crosses similarly challenging waters, but it's much shorter. So from the Faroe Islands, we can leave from the northern city of Ea towards Iceland and the city of Hop. Okay, so full disclosure here, I'm trying my best to pronounce these names correctly, as how they would be pronounced in their countries, and I've Googled all of this extensively because I don't want to get it wrong. But if I'm still wrong, which is very possible, just please let me know in the comments. I'll try to fix it for next time. Yeah, anyway, this bridge is a little longer at 290 miles. And on this leg, the climate can provide different challenges such as moving icebergs and dense mist. However, there exists a bridge in Canada today linking Prince Edward Island to the mainland. And to overcome the icy conditions, the bridge has ice shields that protects it against the drifting icebergs. So theoretically, this stretch can be possible too. We just put our minds to it and throw in a lot of ice shields. And from Iceland, there are a few challenges. The next logical step is in Greenland. However, Greenland, much like the plot of Moonfall, is not very well developed, meaning there are no roads that go from the eastern side to the west, which is where we have to end up somehow. We also have a rule of not building the bridge 1,000 miles on open water, which means we have to find the shortest logical connecting bridge between Iceland and Greenland, which means we have to go from this point in western Iceland near Bolungarvik and build towards this point in eastern Greenland. At its shortest, the bridge is about 180 miles. The climate here will definitely be very, very cold and will be pretty similar to other North Atlantic conditions. I guess I would say just wear a coat and we should be good to go. But other bridges that we can, absorb again and put over here would be the Øresund Bridge again that we talked about earlier, or the Ruski Bridge in Russia that have all been built taking into account these cold, tough conditions. So we could just take that to the next level or something, I guess. Sounds easy enough to me, I don't know. And because we have an endless supply of money, we have two options from this point in Greenland. We can build a road through Greenland that connects from here all the way to Ittelek, which is on the western side above Nuuk. Or we can, build a series of bridges that goes around Greenland and gets to the same point. And I don't know why we would consider the second option, but I guess for fun, that would be about 1,700 miles long. And the road through Greenland would be about 747 miles long. So let's go with that, just connecting through Greenland, because that sounds a little bit better for this part. Okay, the next step is just to cross the Labrador Sea, which is easy sailing. And by easy sailing, I mean the craziest, most jarring, and definitely the toughest stretch yet. You will need to build a bridge from Ittelek to the easternmost point of the Baffin Islands, which is about 210 miles. And I know what you're saying. Why don't we go further north in Greenland and cross there? It will be shorter. And although that is true, it is not worth building bridges and roads 700 miles north, cross over, and then build them back again 700 miles south. We've already built a bridge longer than this to get to Iceland, so I'm gonna say this is okay as well. And to give you an idea about the climate over here, it's best characterized by hostile winds, freezing waters, and ethereal ice flows. So yeah, I guess that should be pretty easy to build over. Why not? Anyway, from this point in the Baffin Islands, it's relatively easy to get to New York. There are no more crazy long open water segments other than a short section over the Labrador Sea again, but we solved that problem once, so we should be good to go there. And yeah, we just have to build a series of bridges from here all the way to northern Quebec. But we can use a lot of these land masses or islands such as Resolution Island as support to, support this bridge. In total, this will be about 550 miles long, and yeah, it'll be a lot of short bridges basically. So Yeah. And hey, you know, once we're in Quebec, we don't need to build a road all the way down. Luckily for us, we just have to connect to the Trans-Taiga Road, which starts from here near Lac Pau. And this is going to be about a 434 miles of, you know, construction from our entry into Quebec down to this point. And from here, we can drive all the way down to New York City. And thus, like Thanos in Infinity War, we can look upon a peaceful universe and cook some nice soup. Or I don't know what else he was doing on the planet. Yeah, we could just do that, I guess. Okay, so in summary, we start driving from London and go all the way till Thurso. From here, we begin construction to Faroe Islands, which is about 250 miles long. Then add 290 miles to get to Iceland. And from Iceland, add 180 miles to get to Greenland. So far, this is about 720 miles of building. Then we add a road through Greenland, which is about 747 miles, and our bridge across the Labrador Sea, which is about 210 miles. The total up until now is about 1,677 miles, and then our final leg, we go all the way down to northern Quebec and build a road that connects to a major existing road, and the final distance built is about 2,661 miles. All this would probably cost about $2.6 trillion, or a little less than 10% of the United States GDP.